Before I came to Bridle Up Hope, I oftentimes had just those feelings of not feeling like I was enough or wanted or even being too much. Someone tells you that you are something or you aren't something, and for some reason you believe them. I had survived leukemia.
Yay!
And I knew that I was saved for a reason, but I couldn't figure out what it was.
We're good, yay!
That's right. Just had that feeling of, well, probably not good enough for that either. So my first day at the barn, I remember when I drove up, I remember seeing like just the white barn, and it took my breath away. I just remember walking in and almost feeling like peace. I saw the horses, but I remember being struck by the beauty of them. And one of them started running around. And I remember just crying. I was almost envious because they looked so free. So as we were walking around and seeing all of the different horses, we walked past Jack and he was out of the pen. And I audibly gasped. He looked at me after I gasped. So he walked in there and kind of hid. And I was like, Jack, I think, had a touch of what I had of perhaps I'm too much, too big.
Oh my gosh, she fell in love with Jack. And I remember the first time she was getting ready to get on him and she stopped and she was on the step and she looked at me and she goes, am I too much for him? And that was what she kind of thought her whole life, is that she was too much for everybody. And I turned to her and I said, no, you are not too big for Jack. You're perfect for Jack.
He's become my hero. He really taught me that I'm not too much and that I'm missing out on a lot of important relationships in my life for fearing that I'm too much and holding back.
She was gonna start a new job. She dressed peppy, she was happy. She came in and it was like she owned the room, when before, you know, she was one that didn't even want to be seen in the room. And it was just honestly a miraculous change.
So that first time riding Jack, when I decided to trust him that he had me, right when I got in that saddle, it's like all of those burdens were lifted and I felt lighter and freer. And that is an experience I never would have had without Bridle Up Hope.
She's just a light, and she's a beacon, I think, now, when she didn't have a light before.
One thing that I always say is Bridle Up Hope doesn't just affect the women only, like it affects the generations, and it has helped me be more patient with my children. If anybody has like encountered Bridle Up Hope or it has entered their life, it was meant to happen. Bridle Up Hope isn't something that you find, it finds you. And you need to let it change your life, because it will. And I wish everybody can have this experience, because it has blessed me immensely and made me a better mother and wife, but also made me love me. And that's something that would not have happened without it.